Alex Eala lost at Wimbledon. But here's the twist: what happened after that loss ended up bigger than the match itself. The second she walked off center court, one name exploded across social media: Princess Catherine. Then came a second claim, even louder, an invitation to Buckingham Palace, and a personal meeting with King Charles himself. Millions watched. Millions shared. Millions believed it. But here's the question nobody stopped to ask: did any of this actually happen? Or did we all just watch one of the fastest spreading rumors of the year unfold in real time? Stick around, because we're about to break this down piece by piece, using nothing but verified facts. Alex Eala, just 21 years old, is the Philippines' top-ranked tennis player, and at the 2026 Wimbledon Championships, she was about to write the biggest chapter of her career. Seeded 29th, she opened the tournament with a win over Renata Zarazua. Round 2? Down but not out, she battled back against Maya Joint for a come-from-behind win that hinted something special was building. Then came the moment that changed everything. In the third round, Alex Eala walked onto the court against defending champion Iga Swiatek, and beat her. In straight sets. On July 4, 2026, on center court, in front of the world. It was the biggest win of her career, and it made her the first player from the Philippines to reach the fourth round of Wimbledon in the Open era. Analysts later pointed to one specific weapon behind the upset: her slower, unpredictable serve, which reportedly gave Swiatek fits all match long on the grass. Next up, Italy's Jasmine Paolini, the 2024 Wimbledon finalist. The date, July 6, 2026. The venue, center court. And watching from the royal box? None other than Roger Federer. This one went the distance. Paolini raced out to a 4-1 lead in set 1, Eala clawed it back to 5-4, but Paolini held on to close it 6-4. Set 2, Eala down 3-2, and then she flips the switch. 3 straight games later, she's up 5-3, and she seals it 6-4. Decider time. Third set, both players locked at 3-3. Until Paolini's experience takes over and she closes it out 6-3. Final score, 4-6, 6-4, 3-6. So close, and yet, history was already made. After the match, Alex Eala didn't sound defeated, she sounded proud. There are so many positives. She said she'd handled the pressure well and given everything she had. And that tape on her forearm, everyone noticed? Just a preventive measure, nothing serious. The loss stung, but her run had already rewritten the record books. She became the first Filipino player ever to reach the fourth round of a Grand Slam in the Open era. That win over a defending champion sent shockwaves through the Philippines. Front-page headlines. Non-stop coverage. Her name, suddenly, was everywhere. Now, let's talk about the meeting that actually happened. And no, it wasn't with the king. It was with Princess Catherine, Princess of Wales, on July 2, 2026, at the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club, where she attended in her role as the club's royal patron. That day, Princess Catherine watched several matches, including Arthur Ferry, Katie Swan, and Alex Eala. And in one photo opportunity, Alex Eala, Princess Catherine, and Turkey's Zeynep Sönmez posed together. Alex Eala shared it herself on her own Instagram, with her own words: "So honored to have grabbed a pic with Her Royal Highness." A real moment. A historic first for a Filipina at Wimbledon. And here's the double celebration nobody talks about. That same day, July 2nd, she also beat Maya Joint on court. One day, 2 wins to remember. But here's what a lot of people missed. This wasn't a private audience or a formal introduction. It was a quick photo, the kind Wimbledon does every single year. That same day, tennis legends Andy Murray and Nkia Thaving were snapped in the very same setting with Princess Catherine. Nothing was arranged specifically for Alex Eala. This was simply Wimbledon being Wimbledon. So how did a quick photo turn into the king invited her to the palace? Weeks after Wimbledon wrapped up, YouTube got flooded with videos. King Charles stuns Alex Eala, breaking, special recognition from King Charles III, royal surprise. Historic recognition. Bold thumbnails. Capital letters. Shocking. Breaking. Viral. The claim? That King Charles personally invited her to Buckingham Palace, met her face-to-face, and gave her special recognition. But here's where it falls apart. Some videos tied it to her Birmingham Open win, others to Wimbledon, and no 2 channels told the same story. If this was real, wouldn't the story at least match itself? Filipino fans, already riding the emotional high of a historic run, jumped on it instantly. Hashtag Pinoy Pride, hashtag Royal News, hashtag Alex Eala trended everywhere. And notice this detail. Many of these video titles ended in a question mark. Alex Eala goes viral after special recognition from King Charles III? That question mark isn't innocent, it's the creator quietly admitting, even they don't actually know if it's true. They just needed you curious enough to click. And some videos didn't stop there, they invented an entire scene. Arriving at the palace gates. A guided tour through historic rooms. A formal afternoon tea. Even a symbolic gift. No sources. No dates. No photos. Just imagination, dressed up as news, built entirely on top of one real photo that fans already loved. So let's investigate this properly, because the truth was hiding in plain sight the whole time. Clue 1. Not a single legitimate outlet, not BBC, not Reuters, not AP, not Philippine Star, ever reported a Buckingham Palace visit or a King Charles meeting. Every source pushing this claim? A YouTube channel with shocking or stunned in the title. That's not journalism, that's clickbait, and you know it when you see it. Clue 2. No date. No location detail. No actual quote from King Charles anywhere. And Buckingham Palace's own official channels? Total silence. Clue 3. The only confirmed event was the Princess Catherine photo, confirmed by Alex Eala herself. Beyond that, no palace visit, no tea, no gift, no proof of anything. Clue 4, and this one's the biggest giveaway, Alex Eala's own social media, the same page that proudly posted the Princess Catherine photo, has zero mention of Buckingham Palace or King Charles. If something this massive had really happened, don't you think she'd have posted it first, just like she did before? Clue 5. Many of these videos trace back to the same handful of channels, recycling the exact same story under new titles again and again. Royal surprise. Shocking. Breaking. That's not news breaking. That's a content farm running the same script on repeat. Put it all together, and the verdict is clear. There is zero credible evidence behind the Buckingham Palace story. This is a pattern we see over and over. The moment an athlete captures the world's attention, their name becomes bait for made-up headlines, true or not. So here's the real answer. King Charles never invited Alex Eala to Buckingham Palace, and no personal meeting was ever recorded. What actually happened was a short, casual photo with Princess Catherine, a Wimbledon tradition, nothing more, nothing less. Royals show up at Wimbledon every single year, and photos with players are completely normal. Remember, Andy Murray and Aryna Sabalenka were right there too. This wasn't a special arrangement for Alex Eala. It was just another royal appearance at the world's most famous tennis tournament. So why did this fake story spread like wildfire? A few reasons. Reason 1. Pure national pride. Alex Eala made history for the Philippines. When your country's athlete does something this big, fans share every good story instantly, verified or not, they want it to be true. Reason 2. Wimbledon's royal connection made it believable. Once people saw the real Princess Catherine photo, the logic almost wrote itself in their heads: if the princess met her, the king probably did too. That's exactly where the rumor took root. Reason 3. Money. Sensational titles get more clicks mean more revenue, and that's exactly why the same story got recycled over and over under different headlines, with zero fact-checking involved. Reason 4. The world was already watching. Beating a defending champion like Iga Swiatek made Alex Eala a global story overnight, and that spotlight gave fabricated claims a massive stage to spread on. Reason 5. Timing did the rest. The real photo happened during the tournament. The fake palace story surfaced weeks later. Fans who only saw headlines, not the original Instagram post, assumed it was simply part 2 of the same story, instead of a completely separate, unverified claim. But here's the thing, even without a royal palace visit, Alex Eala's royal story doesn't need exaggeration to be incredible. She made history that never existed before for her country. Across the Philippines, fans pack streets, malls and living rooms, flooding social media with messages like "Proud Ang Buong Pilipinas Sayo, Alex." The Philippine Sports Commission and the MMDA even organized a free public watch party for her 4th-round match at Philsports Arena in Pasig City, capacity for 8,000 fans, all cheering for her. Philippine flags waved outside and inside the stadium. Hashtag Pinoy Pride trended with every single win. And that photo with Princess Catherine? Still a proud, cherished moment for her fans, because it was real, and because she chose to share it herself. But her legacy doesn't stop at one match or one photograph. Alex Eala proved that a player from a small tennis nation can stand on the world's biggest stage and compete. A journey that started on makeshift courts has now reached Wimbledon's center court, and that journey is already inspiring thousands of young athletes across the Philippines and beyond. When asked in her press conference how this run might fuel her at tournaments like the US Open, she stayed grounded. Every match is different, opponents always find new ways to challenge you, but her focus stays on her own growth. That kind of maturity at just 21 makes her more than a tennis player, It makes her a role model. She also opened up about the pressure of competing so soon after a career-defining win, admitting that managing emotions between matches has simply become part of her routine after years on tour. And this wasn't a one-tournament fluke, either. Earlier this year, she'd already beaten Jasmine Paolini in the round of 32 at the Dubai Tennis Championships, 6-1, 7-6, 5. Paolini got her revenge at Wimbledon, but that head-to-head history proves one thing: Alex Eala doesn't shy away from the biggest names in the sport. She goes straight at them. So ask yourself, what actually matters here? A fake royal invitation that trended for a few days and got forgotten? Or the journey of a 21-year-old who rewrote tennis history for her entire country? She didn't win the trophy. But Alex Eala won something bigger: the hearts of millions, and a brand new dream for an entire generation. The Buckingham Palace story was a rumor. Her hard work, her victories, her passion, that was real. And that's the legacy that actually lasts.